And good evening, football fans, and welcome out to the heart of Central Louisiana. We are at Toomey Ingram Field once again here on the campus of Tioga High School, the stadium here. Excited to bring you ACEL 8-man football state championship action. I am Doug in with 446 Sports. Again, excited to be here for another season and another championship season of ACEL athletics for you. We'll get into tonight's game, but I want to take an opportunity to welcome in my co-host and partner in the booth, Nick Magnano. Nick, what's going on, buddy?
Doug, great to be here. Third ACEL football championship I've been able to cover with you all. 58 degrees out there. It's fall now. It's cloudy. We're looking at a sunrise of 6:26 a.m. because the sun is already set. 81% humidity. Wind is calm, so the weather should be beautiful tonight. Not really a factor in this game.
You say, wait a minute, is this an instant replay from a season ago? No, but it is. There you go. Look, that's a camera that we didn't know that we had in there. So now you're seeing all of our secrets that are out there. Chuck Perkins is back with us here this year, and great to have him back in here. It is John Paul the Great Academy, the Guardians, who are seeking, Nick, their fourth straight state championship. These two went at it last year. They are 9-0 on the season, and they will face the Lions of Acadiana Christian School. They come in at 7-2. Their only two losses, JPG.
Yeah, they went down to them the first. Looks like the first game of the season. They lost to them 46-26, and then here recently in October, first part of October, lost to them 46-0. So two big matchups there between these two ball clubs in the regular season.
But if I remind you of this too, it was very similar to that a season ago, and everybody thought that JPG was just going to come over here and walk the dog, for lack of a better term, on it. And ACS says, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. And they go to overtime in that game. So what a thriller that it was.
And JPG, if I'm not mistaken, they had to get a 2-point conversion right at the end of the game.
Sure did.
To get it into overtime. Doug, in the semifinals, this JPG, John Paul the Great, they eliminated the Mid-State Homeschool Organization 64-6. Mid-State was the number 4 seed. And then in the other semifinal, ACS, Acadiana Christian School, 46. Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics, who was a 3 seed, 14. So little preview there of what happened in semifinals. And,
Captains starting to make their way out onto the out at the midfield. It looks like for JPG a little easier to see. Number 73 is not in order on here. So that's Jacques Odenay. Number 12 we know is their quarterback, Daniel Chapanche. And number 7 is Riley Lormand.
That's correct.
And now from the other side of it, not sure. Great look into it.
We know number 22 is Brent Henry. That's on your left side.
Because they've had him unfold his jersey, though. You notice it's not tucked under right now where it was in pregame.
Number 9, just there's Malachi Kuhn. And we're looking for the
56 is one of them, and that is Jackson Olivier.
That Olivier name has been synonymous for this ACS team.
And it's got to be 7 behind him. That's Caleb Broussard. Let's turn it over to our public address announcer, and we'll get things going.
Focus your attention to a quick word of prayer, and then our nation's national anthem, and we will get down to business. State championship action coming to you soon.
Some local flair there. Those of you that have seen some ball around the way, that's a local crew. This is their 3rd or 4th year calling that, led by Josh Brown there in the white hat. Got a crew from here locally.
Not used to having Doug on the 3rd mic on my roadcaster here, so kind of sorry for that delay of you getting live action.
Speaking of sorry, there's Chuck back with us on the mic. It looks like Acadiana Christian School has won the toss, and they have elected to defer. JPG and that high-powered offense will receive and get things going. Now, let's get back over to our public address announcer and get the festivities started here at the 2025 8-man ACEL Athletics High School State Championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if we can stand to our feet. We will say a quick word of prayer for these young men and then head right into the national anthem. Dear Lord, we thank you so much that we're here tonight. We thank you for all the people that make it possible, those involved with the facility, parents, coaches, players, the preparation, hard work, and dedication that makes tonight possible. We pray that you be with all of the athletes, keep them safe as they compete tonight. And as the spirit of tough and hard competition certainly shows its face tonight, keep our hearts centered on who we are in Christ. Keep us safe. Allow these boys to have fun. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got an unbelievable night of action coming at you. Visited with both these coaches earlier today. Asked them, how would you describe your football team? Coach Oliver over at ACS said, a miracle. Barrett Richard at John Paul the Great, a complete football team. Not a better matchup that you could find. The miracle team versus a complete team. What's it going to be tonight? We're about to find out just a few moments from kickoff.
And we are back now, getting ready to get things going. Again, we told you the Guardians of JPG will receive the ball. And Nick, you do see a lot of these teams defer, but man, I'm telling you, this is you're getting a high-powered offense out onto the field.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure our watchers, our viewers are used to this type football. But if you're new to this, a lot of these young men play both ways. A lot of these young men will be on special teams. So the rosters are small. They do play on a full-size field. They don't shorten the field. They don't narrow the field. And it's the test last year. There was a little bit warmer. Remember all the cramps? There was a lot of them going down with cramps. But it is a test this for these young men.
Back deep to receive. Looks like that's going to be Lormond, number 7, Riley Lormond. He is the running back. He will come all the way up to the 20-yard line. Again, third time that these two have played this season. Twice last year and then going back to the state title game. So very familiar with each other. Not too far from each other when it comes to where they are from. And that is number 20, Isaiah Viator, that will tee it up to kick. All of the semifinals and the season is completed. The pomp and the circumstance is out of the way, and we are ready for football. That kick is up. It is a spun-around sky kick and is going to be caught by number 74 there as he is diving for that one. That's Luke Kramer, and a little sneaky kick that was in there. We'll get things going 1st and 10.
Yeah, once again, you'll see the offensive linemen. Some of them even carry the ball. They will play defensive line, so it's definitely a big game for these starters.
They'll start from the 36-yard line, just outside the 35, maybe the nose of the football on the 36. Will the Guardians go? Hustle up to the line of scrimmage. That is going to be Shabanche that is back there at quarterback, trying to perhaps draw the Lions off, and
5-man front, Doug.
to no avail. Yeah, that's
and just a couple left on the play clock.
And that will go
and
Is that going to be a timeout prior to the first snap of the ball of the game? Nick, have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't, Doug. But I do remember last year there was some play clock issues last year, and I don't know if it's because
just how much tonight is made possible
they changed it. I don't know if it goes from 40 to 25 or not. But I remember last year that was a problem as well.
Correct.
446Sports, Tioga High School. We couldn't thank you enough.
So remember, this game was set for a week ago. That weather came in and it was moved back to today is where it is.
Number 7 and their third captain, 73, Jock Odenay, throughout the night.
They'll get things back up and going. Now we're ready to go for the game's first play. Handoff is there. No, yeah, that's Shapanche is going to keep it on his own and get over to the far side.
Yeah, it looks like a 6-yard gain there on first down for Shapanche, and 22, who is Isaiah Viator on the tackle. Plays left end on defense here. That's one thing Doug, I remember last year, quarterback comes and gets to play from the coach every time.
And that, of course, keeps that clock continuing to run, no doubt. And again, a little different than what we've seen in our LHSAA style football, as there's a handoff right up the middle, and it's going to be good for a first down. But 4 10-minute periods in this one.
It looks like Riley Norman on that carry. We said his name a lot last year. Had a big game. Also, like you talked, I think last year, filled in at the quarterback position whenever the starter was out with cramps.
That's correct. And look, they just come over and it just makes you wonder how they score at the pace that they do. They're putting up 40, 50 points a game. They'll go 1st and 10 now from the 49-yard line, will the Guardians. Trying to get their the first ball across, and boy, that big line is there. Ball is bobbled around. Orman's going to control it, and he will go down. That's going to bring up 2nd down. And lucky there wasn't a turnover there.
Yeah, good hands there, good focus there. He looks like he gets maybe a yard, half yard.
I think they give him a yard, make it 2nd down and 9. Ball rests at midfield from the 50-yard line. They'll go to work.
So across the front, we have Gunnar Roban for the ACS. We have number 9, Malachi Kuhn, playing end here. Number 8, Joshua. I'll come back.
Back we go, 2nd down and 9. Handoff to the first man through, but prior to the snap, it is a false start. And that will push that back to 2nd and 14 now following the penalty.
Yeah, first penalty of the game for JPG. Number 8 there is, like I said, Joshua Michel. Am I saying that correctly?
Look, yes, Nick, one thing that I do remember from this game is our super fan that is under here.
Yes.
And she got a lot of work on our comment board, and
yes,
everybody knew who she was, and she is a supportive one. That is Shapanche out to the far side. He is going to be back to the, I guess he'll get a yard back plus the penalty yards. That's going to make it 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Caleb Broussard, linebacker, won the tackle there for ACS. And
big-time opportunity here for the Lions, but you know that I got to believe it's always 4-down territory for this crew.
Yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be big work for our cameraman, Doug, with all this motion in the backfield and the dives. This kind of reminds me of old Nebraska football. You know, Tommy Frazier.
That's, oh gosh. He's just glad that I finally remembered that I was working that other camera too, I believe. Handoff right up the middle, and that will bring up a 4th down. Going to be 4th down and 2, it looks like.
A handoff to Lorman there. Looked like there might have been a little early movement. Our super fan called an offside on the defense, thinking that they had.
And look, we say that with much love because
She's
she
awesome.
is.
Oh,
if
yeah.
everybody
No.
was as spirited as she
Yes,
is.
yes, no. We learned of her 2 years ago.
That's
and,
correct.
And I mean, it was just amazing. Just like I said, just how involved she is. And you are correct. That is a compliment.
That is 100% a compliment.
Yes.
So hit up the comments about it again. We had a great time with that last year. 4th down and 3. Play clock down under double digits, down 10 and 9 and 8. Quickly, they go to the line of scrimmage. Shapanche will hand off to the first man through and going to dive forward for a first down, and that is Lorman, who picks up 5 and a first down.
Yeah, big play there, and boy, that there's just you don't want to get in your stance as a defender too early, but at some point it's almost like you may want to be there because as fast as they got up.
They're going to get to the line and go, especially when the play clock is running down like it is too. There's not going to be a lot of that motion around. Just grinding this one away, using every bit of the play clock and the game clock. Already a 4-minute drive here in this one. Coming to the near side, Shapanche is going to keep it himself, but he is brought down after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, big play there by Joshua Michel, coming from the left end and tracking him down, although it was a 2-yard gain.
Again, if you're watching us on YouTube, we appreciate that, and we invite you to hit the subscribe button on there. 74 is coming off. That's Luke Kramer. He's the one that caught that kickoff, if you'll remember, that hands team. So hate to lose him, and checking in with him is going to be number 51. That's Clifford Patrick.
Yep. Starting defenders are your linebackers for ACS. Number 4, Silas Johnson, who's also your starting quarterback. And number 7, Caleb Broussard.
Run to the line of scrimmage and snap it almost right away. Shapanche on the keeper to the far side is going to spin back to the near side and make the 30, and that's going to be 3rd down and maybe a yard.
Yeah, it looks like another tackle there by Broussard. Brett Henry's your starting running back, one of your starting running backs, and was the lead blocker for, Luke Salvatierra is in there with Norman, and he was the lead blocker there for JPG on that play.
Nick, something that just needs to be, we're 5.5 minutes plus into this drive, and just JPG methodically making their way down the field. Ball rests at the 30-yard line. They'll hurry to the line, snap it quickly as they do, and that is going to be Shapanche that will bull his way through for a first down out to the 27-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily just to move the chains.
Yeah, no Odell, starting defensive lineman, brings him down, but he does get the first down there. So, Doug, first part of the game, the play clock was at 25 seconds. Now it's at 40. Is there different situations on the field, or is it one or the other usually?
It should be 40 as soon as the play's over.
Okay.
Is what it should be.
Yeah.
It's 25 if there's been a penalty or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Hustling to the line of scrimmage. That's one thing. They take all of their time in the huddle. Then they run up to the line of scrimmage and snap it and go. There's no look over to the sideline. First man through gets it, a dive up the middle.
Another run there for JPG.
Yeah.
Just wearing down the defense.
4 yards there for
a couple at a time and move
for Lorman.
They give him 3. That'll make it 3rd down or 2nd down and 7. Clock runs under 3 minutes.
Gunnar Roban with the tackle on that one, Doug.
Like he stays over there till about 25, 20 seconds, and they don't care about it at all. They'll hustle in. Look, what's going to be something if the way they're doing, if they grind this drive out and use up the entire first quarter.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen,
2nd down and 6 is what we'll call, and that'll be a false start, so it'll stop there. And we're going to
offside. We called offside on ACS.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 2 now.
that'll bring the football inside the 20 now, down
So,
on the 18-yard line.
and the thing about it, I will say this: that's, you know, they're both these teams, all these guys are going to turn around. I mean, JPG and ACS, they're going to turn around and one's going to play. They're going to play
go the
offense
other direction.
and
That's right.
defense, but it's a little bit more energetic. You feel a little bit better when you have the ball and you're on offense.
Snap is there. Sponche off to the right side, and they stacked up and not going to get it. That's going to bring up third down, and that is big work by that defensive side of it.
Yeah, Caleb Broussard come through there from that linebacker position. Kind of looked like a little attitude. Looked like he's tired of seeing that dive. So,
well, he's seen it a lot of games.
Yep, so good work there by Broussard and his teammates as well.
I did see Brent Henry in there also.
His line held it up well and allowed him to get through there free. But I once again, I've done this 3 years now, and I've yet to see a 5-3 on defense, but I've yet to see offensive. I'll tell you in a second.
Again, Sponche is just going to grind up the middle and bust out of the pack inside the 10, down to the 7. That'll be first down and goal now.
Yeah, but that real tight formation that they're running, usually you at least see, you know, one of the wideouts go wide just to kind of, you know, open it up a little bit. But they know what they're doing here with this tight formation.
You know, I know they want to score, but I'd almost like to see, you know, that's just crazy to think that they're going to march methodically. And this drive started out around the 35.
Shaponche's out, Doug, so 21's in.
That is going to be
Nicholas
Odney that checks in at quarterback.
Something to keep an eye on, ladies and gentlemen.
And Odney in at quarterback here. 7 seconds on the play clock.
Snap is there. Handoff goes right up the middle, and they stopped it beforehand. There's going to be a false start prior to the snap. It'll keep it first down and goal.
Yeah, bring, you know, different quarterback on. And actually, Shaponche has his helmet off, Doug. So
that's one of those things that we told you. And it may just be a rest. They've taken his helmet away from him, so they may be working on it.
Yeah, that's true. And he's drinking. He's got a water bottle there, so it's going to be definitely something to keep an eye on. Like I said, that happened last year with this JPG team.
Of course, he runs the ball a lot, takes a lot of legs. He's got his helmet back with him in his left hand there. Odney calls for the ball again. That dive is going to be stopped after about a yard gain. It'll bring up second down and goal.
And that'll be a pickup of 1 or 2, about 20 seconds.
Yeah, number 77 there for ACS, Snow Odell. And, of course, Caleb Broussard. Doug, we're at 13 seconds.
13 to 12. So far, this is a 9-minute and 51-second drive and counting, and I don't believe that they're going to snap it. They're going to call them over, and the entire first quarter has belonged to the Guardians, and we're scoreless, Nick. We're going to step away while you watch the sights and sounds of it. We'll be back for second quarter action coming up.
ACS and the JPG Guardians driving with the football when we return for the second quarter. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors for the ACEL State Championship tonight. Alexandria Visitors Bureau, the city of Pineville, 446 Sports.
And we are back here to Toomey Ingram Field at Tioga High School Stadium. And Shapanche back in at quarterback. Spins around, and that is to Lorman. Lorman just bangs his way through and is going to be down at the 4-yard line, where it'll bring up 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, it took Silas Johnson and Caleb Broussard and also Max Wynn to that's a tongue twister. Maxon Wynn. Sorry about that, Maxon. So yeah, big work there by Lorman.
Down inside the goal-to-go situation, deep in the red zone here, trying to pay off this long drive with some points. Converted 1 4th down on the play. Shapanche there with just that'll be stopped ahead of time.
Is it whenever they go, they're in their stance, and
Yep.
then they put
all
their
the way
hand down. Then
That's
they
right.
put their hand down. So I'm wondering
If I interpreted the White Hats motion, looked like moving the ball. Maybe the center was moving the ball.
Okay.
Timeout has been whistled. Timeout is going to be taken by the Lions here. So after the break, they'll take a timeout here on 3rd and goal. This is a pivotal one. We'll step away and be right back here with 9:19 remaining until halftime.
Lions. About 9:19 left to tick away here in the 2nd quarter tonight. Still on our first drive of the football game.
Getting back on to the field here following that Lions timeout. Each team has used one. 3rd down and goal now from the 9-yard line.
Action here, 9:19 left to tick away.
Snap is there, looking for his first pass, and wide open, and why wouldn't he be? Following that, that'll stop the clock there. First points are on the board.
Yeah, Sapanche to Lorman with the nice little fake there, and they've been running the ball all night, so good little work there, and they unfortunately caught Caleb Broussard looking in the backfield on this left side of the defense.
Indeed, they did, and we'll get some things updated here for you. Did we give it to the right team? We did.
And JPG's going to line up here for extra points, going for 2. And the ball snapped, the pile's moving. And they're going to roll.
2-point conversion is up, and it is good.
Yeah, Shapanche on the keeper there, right behind this big offensive line, right behind, looks like number 72, who is Dominic Kramer, number 74, Luke Kramer, number 71, Maximus Stewart. Good work there by that line.
Well, that's now, that is a 10-minute and 44-second drive to start things off. And remember, it's just a 10-minute quarter, regardless if you're not familiar with this. And it's normally 12 in LHSA, but it's 10 the entire time. And so 8-0 in this one. Early on, 2nd quarter, first drive coming up for the Lions. Boy, do you onside kick it here?
No Henskins.
It's a pooch kick. That's going to be trouble.
Oh boy!
And I don't think the Whitehead's going to call that. Yeah, he was still talking. That they're going to re-kick that one. Timeout was called by Acadiana. So that is their second called timeout.
Yeah, they have number 22, Brent Henry, back to return the kick.
So he was turned around calling for the timeout when that happened.
We'll say this, Doug. Looks like the special teamers. I haven't called any of their names yet for JPG. 58 is Samuel Richard. 55 Samuel Richard. 58 Jude Richard. 21, which we did talk. Well, he was the backup quarterback, Nicholas O'Neill.
Yes.
33 is your Grant Thompson. And it looks like
and after a quick word with the coach, 31, Noah Hinskins back out.
See who else we have
He'll
here.
get set to do that again as ACS makes their way back onto the field.
Looks like is that
33 is on this side here.
Brent Henry back to receive?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
22 Brent Henry. That's correct.
Look, I think I would drop somebody back after that sky kick that was there. Kicking it where they ain't.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, you got to just get on and get out of bounds. Even if you just knock it out of bounds right there,
That's
you're
number
okay.
1, Lane Parks, with the recovery there. And good work there by him.
We will see what the Lions have in store. And we've not talked offense on them at all. Silas Johnson, though, you said will be there. Malachi Coon, we'll see him at running back.
Looks like 44 Landon Broussard's one of the starting linemen. 71 Gunnar Roban, who was also on defense.
And the Lions kick off their offensive.
Big offensive lineman. That was one you were talking about, didn't it, Gunnar? Yeah.
44 is your center. I'll try to get the right guard here just in a second.
Set to go, first down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Snap is back, and the handoff off guard side of it there out to the 35-yard line, and a 5-yard pickup. So certainly a good start.
Yeah, Malachi Coon there with the first 56, I think, is right guard. It should be Jackson Olivier, who is also one of your captains, and that Olivier name is, like I said, very synonymous with ACS. We've heard him in basketball. We've heard him in baseball. We've heard the name in. I haven't done volleyball, but I'm sure there's probably been some volleyball players.
Indeed, there has. Don't forget, we will name our 446 Sports MVP of the night. That'll come up following this game after the championships are awarded. Handoff to the near side. Boy, good penetration back there in the backfield. That is number 73, Jacques Odenay, that just blows up the line.
Yeah, and that's one thing, Doug. I mean, he didn't play on offense, so he's fresh. Maximus Stewart is defensive lineman. Number 25, starting Matthew Guidry. 22 is Luke Salvatierra. And let's see, we'll try to get the other 21, which we talked about, is Odenay, is Nicholas Odenay.
Look, you can ill afford to give this ball back because you might not get it again.
So true.
Johnson under center.
Handoff, no, it's going to be a keeper trying to get to the outside, but again, just bottled up, and that is number 21, Nicholas Odenay, that comes up and gets that, and it's fourth down.
Yeah, and he was assisted by Dominic Kramer, number 72 as well. Just a very quick offensive line.
Fourth down now and 11, so a loss there. Negative 1 yard on the day for the Lions. And back to punt. We'll see who is that. It looks like Lormond.
Yeah, and Lormond's back to receive.
Spending a lot of time there and going to have to hustle up there and get to it. Play clock down to 4 and 3 and 2. Snap is back. Rolling around, a rugby-style kick is away, and that's a good job of getting that, and it's going to roll back about as well as you could expect inside the 30 to the 29, so good work.
I think that's Mason Roberts. Yeah, 28's Mason Roberts for ACS. Good work by that young man to switch the field.
And this is, Nick, hang in there, worst starting field position for the Guardians today as we are nearing the halfway point of the second quarter.
See what coach, they're bringing them back, Doug. I didn't see any Did you see any flags? I didn't see any flags.
Looks like they're whistling perhaps
it's
motion.
Yeah, it's on the far side in the 30-yard line.
No. Looks like it's going to. They're looking over at John Paul the Great, and they're just saying, "Hey, look, we want the football."
Yeah, legal formation.
Yeah, it's declined, and they'll start it there from the 30-yard line. Look, they want to keep the ball.
Learned last night.
Yes.
False start.
Yes.
And illegal formation is the same signal by the official in high school.
Okay.
So that's why I had that question last night.
Yes.
I was like, I thought a false start stopped it. Well, it was actually an illegal formation, so you can decline that one.
We appreciate JW for that. That information. That's our rules expert.
That was actually one T.
Okay,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
First down and 10. John Paul the Great coming to the near side. 30, now 35. Spun around. It's going to be a hold in the backfield, it looks like, as that flag came in late.
Yeah.
So that'll stop the clock with 6:37 remaining until halftime.
And it looks like holding against the Guardians there. That'll bring us backwards.
That white hat's got a good arm.
He chunked it away, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
A lot of soft toss in there, and BP.
You say MVP?
So they mark it from the spot of the foul and push it back 10. So that's why it's kind of a staggered penalty. It'll repeat first down, but it's going to be first down and 14 now.
Yeah, that's why he had to toss it so far, because that actually marked the spot of the foul for him.
Bring up first and 14 for the JPG Guardians.
Line to gain is the 40-yard line.
Ponche at the line of scrimmage.
And they will stop
And
play here momentarily, and that is a timeout for JPG. The Guardians take a timeout with 6:37 until halftime, Nick. And
I'm sitting here thinking, Doug, that's both of them have taken 2 timeouts.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, that's right. There's only 6 minutes left in the half.
You thought that they burned them early.
Exactly. I'm like, man, these guys, they've had to burn their timeouts early, but we are 27 minutes actual time into this game.
So it's a case of that, we're on just second drive, and they've used 2 timeouts already.
That's it. No, very. It's entertaining. I like it. It's one of those things to where you really test. You really test the will of these teams. When it's in a game like this of these young men, and that's what sports and football is all about. And stick around, ladies and gentlemen, because what happens after the game is really phenomenal too.
Yes. They'll award the champion, the runners up, and they'll have their all-state selections that'll come out. So that is a great time, and we're delighted to have our MVP nestled in there with it. Off to the left side is Lormond, and Nick, that's one of the things as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, make it second down and 10. Normally, we've got a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours to decide our MVP of this one. This one you better start thinking about early on.
Yeah, Lane Parks there with a tackle off of that run, and picks up like you said, picked up the penalty yardage back.
At this rate, we'll be able to grab dinner tonight, and everything won't be closed.
Well, I know I'll tell you in just a second.
Second down and 9, it looks like. Handoff to the near side. He's got space, and he's off. He got a chance to the 40. He's got one man to beat. Going to come back and tackle him, get the helmet off and everything. But just good work by tracking him down. Number 22, Brent Henry. Or I'm sorry, that was the run. Was number 22, Luke Salvatierra.
Yeah, so it looks like it's rated a 47-yard gain there, and we number 4, the Silas Johnson, I think, tracked him down. And
that's right.
What was it, the peanut punch that
that's what they call it.
Coach Merce called? I thought that he might have he was going for the peanut punch, but
and that's where they come from behind a running back or receiver, whoever's the ball carrier, and just punch it out right at the end. We saw that a couple of times throughout the season.
First and 10, quickly handed off.
But Luke did a good job holding on to it before he lost his helmet on the last run. That's Lorman on this one. Number 25, who was Matthew Guidry, had come in for Luke there on that play.
17-yard line there.
Second down in not an extra point. Second down And 5 to go.
Salvatierra is back in.
Just explosive. We've seen him. That goes up the middle. It's going to be shy of the 15. So give him 2 yards on that. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, Lorman on the carry there, and it's another big stop by Jackson Olivier.
One thing that has not stopped is the clock as it continues to just work its way down. 4:46 remaining here until halftime.
Left in the second quarter. Just one more reminder, stick around at halftime. We've got a couple great shows being put on for you.
At halftime, we'll see the cheer. We'll keep it on the things that are going down on the field, and then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what our thoughts are on some first half MVPs and what we think who our candidates are. There's going to be a couple of them to look at. Here we go. It is 3rd down and 4. Dive up the middle is there, and it's going to be to the 10-yard line. It'll bring up another 1st and goal situation.
Yeah, and we might find a little tape to cover this camera that's facing us, Doug. How's that sound?
Always. He likes to play. And it will not be a goal-to-go situation. The ball is just outside, so it will be 1st and 10. They can get a 1st down without getting into the end zone, but, man, you can't get much in between where the football is and that 10-yard line.
ACS has run 4 offensive plays.
4, and one of those, Nick,
punt.
includes a punt.
Yes,
that's correct. Minus 1 yard on the game. Handoff, that looks like Salvatierra up the middle, and he's going to be stopped after a yard gain.
Somebody say this was going to be a high-scoring game?
I don't know who said that. Maybe the clock operator over there.
Well, I could tell you that once again, these JPG put up 64 last week. ACS put up 46, but in the previous 2 meetings, JPG was 46-26. So that, and then in the second meeting, it was 46-0. So,
but Nick, this is JPG that's dictating the
I
tempo.
know. Yeah.
It's good tackling and not big runs. There goes Shaponche to the far side. He's going to cut in, and that's what I say. Gets into the end zone, 9-yard touchdown run for Shaponche. Cue the horns.
Yeah, just off the right side. The left side. They had plenty of blockers out front. He could have pitched the ball as well. Probably would have scored. But they're going to go for 2 as usual. It's 14-0 JPG.
So that's another 6 minutes. They've had it out of a possible 17 minutes. They've had it about 15 and a half, I think.
Ooh, good work.
Good work, yeah. Good penetration in the backfield. So that PAT is going to be no good, and they're set to kick this one off now.
Yeah, good tackle there by Brent Henry to break through. So now it's 14-0, Doug.
0. JPG Guardians out in front. 2:56
We have a Charles
to play in the first half of football.
Stute, number 88. He's on the coverage team. I think I mentioned number 10's coming out now, who is Augustine Gus Hayes.
I
think we've mentioned all the ones, and we'll try to get the receiving team. We'll try to get all their names. We have number 4, who is Silas Johnson. We've mentioned him. We have Jackson Olivier. We have number 8, Joshua Michel. We have number 1, Lane Parks. And they have made the adjustment, Doug. They've put 4 out here. They've put, 9 out here. They've put Malachi Kuhn at the 40.
Set to do that, and we'll see this one. He just right off the face of the second level, and they'll have it at the 40-yard line.
Yes, number 8 with the recovery there was Joshua Michel. So 2 minutes and 54?
2:54 here in the first half. I don't know that a rapidly moving first half does it justice, Nick.
No, and we did see that ACS in warm-ups, they would put the ball in the air.
The way that defense has been, what do you have to base it off of? But they were very the defensive penetration, because you're talking about minus 1 yard total offense. Back to a shotgun, and they'll bring a man in motion. That is Parks comes in, snugs up that offensive line a little bit, and now motion again.
And a high snap to Silas Johnson.
Snap is there and off the right side, and he's going to pick up 3 on the play.
Picks up a few there for the ACS Lions, bringing up 2nd down.
Looks like Malachi Kuhn on the run there.
Now, if ACS can get something going, remember they did defer to start this thing off, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. Possibility of a little Belichick here from the Lions and get back in this thing.
Yep.
Clock continues to roll into this one. 2nd down and 7. Again, back in the shotgun, kind of a pistol formation. Motion again comes, and they bring that extra blocker in. That is going to be a handoff up the middle. Get to the 47, so picks up 3. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, that's a tackle there by Nicholas Odene.
I think they'll give him officially 4 to go on it, so 3rd down and 4 here in this one. Under a couple of minutes to play, 148 and 147.
Yeah, they're not in a hurry, Doug, so maybe they're okay with this pace of this game. ACS.
Which both of these, and look, it's a very similar team. They run a very similar offense, except they throw it a little. I'm talking the huddle and the time that they get to the field really quick, or to the line of scrimmage. That one's high and over the head, and boy, that is just worst fears realized. He's going to pick it up, but he's still trying to throw it away, but he is just hammered in the backfield all the way to the 20-yard line, and that is going to bring up 4th down, and I think 4th down in the Ball City limits.
Yeah. Dominic Kramer there with the work. 23 is also...
JPG now takes their 3rd timeout. Nick, they're trying to get the ball back and put something in here in this final 106.
Jacob Angel, first time we mentioned his name tonight, helped bring them down on that play.
So they've got to get to the 50. That's 4th and a long way to go.
4th and 30, Doug?
Well, the ball rests at the 20-yard line, and they've got to get to midfield.
Yep, so 4th and 30, yep.
So, yes. And look, that's they had a little bit of movement. You had a chance to get their way down there, and this is probably about the worst thing that you want, because heaven forbid you let JPG get another touchdown. The way they hang on to the ball and run the clock, it's a tough one. They'll have it with 1:05 to go here. There's one cowbell that's going.
That's
back
Mason
to
Roberts that's kicking.
Snap is over the head, too, and that's going to get into the end zone. He got a fall on it. He's not going to.
Oh, gosh.
It's going to be a touchdown, and there it is. Into the end zone. That is number 73, and he spikes that one. He held on to it. All right. We'll take that one. Look, the official, that's Jacques Odene. You see it on your replay. Look at it just go up there, and Odene is just coming through there and does the right thing, pushes the punter out of the way, comes up and good-looking work there on our instant replay. Well done, Chuck.
Yeah, that's one of those situations to where, you maybe have the kicker just kick it out the back of the end
well,
zone
what I
for a
like
safety.
Odene did, he just went over there and he shoves the kicker out of the way, and that's what you do. Just get anybody that's around out of the way.
Yeah, but the kicking team, if he kicks it out of bounds, kicks it out the end zone, that's a safety instead of a touchdown.
Two-point conversion to the far side is good.
Yeah, keeper there, like I said, he could have pitched as well and probably would have been the same result. But Luke Salvatierra
there was waiting on it. He'd have been, I'm telling you, that's those two plays both were snapped over the head. There you get a look on your screen there at Odene, who's got him a little state championship defensive touchdown, gives a thumbs up, getting some love from his quarterback there, and there you go. And remember, you were out at probably the 45-yard line with a 3rd and 5 on that before the big snap pushes you back to the 20, and then on the punt goes over the head. Timely timeout there, and they'll run it down to 58 seconds on the clock.
What a kick.
Good kick rolling around, and you still got to get on that. It's gathered up at the 6-yard line to the 15, now far side 20, and he's got an opportunity. Down the sideline he goes, 40, and that's how you answer. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Lions.
Yep, that is Brent Henry, 90-yard return for the touchdown. There was a great block.
Back
you
to your
watched
screen,
early to the left of your screen, and we might not be able to see it, but
officially 96 on the return. And he gets to the sideline, and there's a pretty good block. When he gets to the sideline, he's off to the races. Diving effort, but no such luck. And now, look
at the referee. Look at the referee.
That's right.
Within 5 yards. That back judge within 5 yards. Oh, great work there by Brent Henry Doug?
Look, and you get the score here. That's huge because you get the ball to start. You're not out of this thing at all.
Yep, that's correct. And they're going to go for 2 here.
That one's still second effort. Going to get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It's up and good, and it is 22-8. That is Malachi Kuhn that gets in there. Take a look at it again. You'll see Malachi get to the corner, and that is all Malachi getting in there. Gets a little shot at the end of it, and great work there. Chuck getting that to us.
Did they leave too much time on the clock? How crazy would it be for them to have the 2 longest drives in history, time-wise? And then go score with 44 seconds left.
Look, that's as big. You know, we talked about if they got up that other touchdown and were able to get back on offense, but the great equalizer is special teams.
And remember last night, the coach that we cover every Friday mentioned that didn't know what to do on the very end there because they took the lead and had to kick off with 7 seconds left.
Right.
And he's like, you know what? We're not going to change anything because we're just going to, if he puts it in the end zone, it's touchback. If he puts it short, we still have the same coverage. And
tackle him at the 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
So kick it off normally here and go down to cover it.
State championship game here. Watch them. They'll run up and kick that ball. And they stop. Wait a minute. Not so fast. They're going to back up and well, you've got 7 guys up within 5 yards of the 50-yard line, 1 back deep. This is an opportunity to put one of those up in the air and just run one of your guys under it, and that's what they do.
Ooh.
It's got to stay in bounds. It does not, and I mean that was a yard away from being a recovery. It's not. It wasn't, and it will be Guardians football.
I guess in theory they only lose 5. I mean, it comes back to the 35, so it went out of bounds at the 30. So
I'm telling you, how many times you think that they have been successful on that?
Yeah. We have a timeout, ACS. So that's their third.
ACS will take their final one. We are nearing halftime here, and I think both teams are out of timeouts. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So, again, halftime will be here, and from what I understand, it's a 20-minute halftime, which will be longer than the first half was. Now, it's not. It's slowed down a little bit, but still, we're 44 minutes into this one. In a game that, Nick, in the first 10 minutes and, 11 and a half minutes or so of game time had 1 touchdown, and now in the last 3 minutes of game time has had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know.
So that's how they get high-scoring games in this.
These things get exciting quick here, Doug. couple interesting scores if you're an SEC fan. Tennessee on top of Oklahoma, 10-7. We'll come back to it.
First down and 10. Back to pass now.
He's there.
Is Shapanche. He's got a man just overshoots him by about 5 yards, and that is number 74 that was heading down the field, Luke Kramer.
Yeah, nothing like your defensive lineman having wheels.
That's right.
Kramer having wheels. Ole Miss up 17-7 on South Carolina.
And that'll bring up second down for the Guardians.
Georgia held on to beat Florida 24-20. Texas held on to beat Vanderbilt 34-31.
Penalty flag on the field.
And with a flag down the play, they'll replay first down there.
It's going to be a hold, so it'll be first down and 20.
It will add 10 yards to the total now. That'll bring it first and 20 left for the Guardians.
SMU upsets Miami 26-20.
In overtime, that one went. Snap is back and rolling to this side of Shapanche. Complete to the 35, driven out of bounds, and the clock will continue to run because he stayed in bounds. That was Lormond that was good on that one. And second down now, and they go hurry up.
Yeah.
15 yards on the completion. Dead ball false start, second and 10.
Is there a runoff, Doug?
I'm going to say I don't know. 15 seconds remain here. You see that on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard until halftime. Second down and 10. Again, 35-yard line. They've got to get just outside the 45. Wouldn't that be something if you had a little ACS Lions interception? Instead, they're on the ground to Lorman, and that may just... They're hurrying to the line of scrimmage. It's 6 and 5 and 4. We'll see if they're able to get the snap off, and he clocks it. That one almost... Ooh. Yeah, that's close.
And they will clock that.
Was it a clue? It was a clock or a fumble.
That's what I say. Okay, when you're under center like that.
He's saying he pushed it down, but that was woo.
That was woo. All right.
So, yeah, it looks like
that'll bring up fourth down and 5. So you got to believe that they'll, if you've got a little trickeration in your bag here with 8 men on the field and that wide field, bring out whatever you can, hook and laterals, whatever you have in you.
Just like Kramer.
Just like Kramer go down the field, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had him by 6-7 yards on that last one, just overthrew him.
Yeah, if he doesn't overthrow that one.
That will be the second big man with a number 70.
74, that's right, that scored this year for us. Handoff off to Lorman off the left side. He's got to get it all here. That one is fumbles away, going to be driven out of bounds, but that is the final play of the first half. And Lorman kicking his helmet, and he's going to get penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct. And if they assess that here, you're going to have one untimed down in this.
So we might have a kick.
He throws his helmet down, he kicks it, and he's flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. Lormond is. It's just a matter if they put it here. So we're hanging on to this one now.
We'll see if it's assessed here or in the second half.
Because it's at the end of the play, and that's what they're discussing here. You got to believe, Nick, is do they get to the half?
Yes.
But I'm telling you, this is going to be, this could make things interesting right here.
Yeah, it was post-possession, but, you know, it doesn't necessarily, I mean, because, I mean, I've never heard of a penalty carrying over to the second half. Have you?
No. So that's what they're assessed. Say, look, he's going to be assessed his first unsportsmanlike conduct. It is unsportsmanlike conduct. He said that's a mistake. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be assessed on the kickoff. No, so his initial signal was to Acadiana Christian School, and then he says, my bad. He said it's on JPG.
So they'll be backed up 15.
They're still out talking to it, and the coach is coming out and he's saying, hey, maybe we want to, let's see about taking this right here if that opportunity is there, because that would put them down calling it up here, and we'll see. We'll try to get some clarification. It is halftime, so they won't do it. We're going to turn it over, and that kick, we'll see how that carries over to the second half. Very uncharacteristic of this JPG team, but we'll kick it over to our halftime festivities, and Nick and I will join you back in about 15 minutes.
And as we move into halftime, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Acadiana Christian School Lions cheerleaders. As they come out, they're going to be led by senior captains Kinley Vaughn and Addie Moore. This talented squad is proud to represent the spirit, pride, and heart of Acadiana Christian School here tonight. So sit back and enjoy their performance. Look at that, welcoming every personnel off the field. And here we go, the ACS Lions cheerleaders. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to welcome out the JPG Guardians cheerleaders, led by senior captains Emily Caraway and Lauren Lewis. and gentlemen, the cheerleaders for the Lions and for the Guardians out there tonight giving us a great halftime show. We've got about 8.5 minutes left before we creep into the third quarter of action. Just a reminder, we've got concessions happening under the bleachers provided by Tioga High School, and we've got some recognition occurring after tonight's game. After tonight's game, we will congratulate the state runner-up and state champion, introduce you to the player of the game, the state championship MVP, and then we're going to go through some all-state honors for programs across the state in the ACEL 8-man football season. So stick around after the game for a few minutes to recognize and highlight some of the stars across the state in 2025. And as our teams wrap up their warm-ups here to kick off second half action, reminder to be thoughtful about our sponsors tonight: the Alexandria Visitors Bureau, the City of Pineville, 446 Sports, and Tioga High School. And if you will tonight, as you leave the game, take a quick look around your area. Leave only your footprints, please, so we can keep the stadium nice and clean. We appreciate you. Stay buckled in. It's going to be an exciting second half. Lions will start with the football, down 22-8. And the Guardians will be backed up a bit on the kick as they are assessed a first half penalty. Just a few minutes, we'll be getting underway.
And we are back. Second half getting ready to get kicked off in this one. You remember the Lions of Acadiana Christian School won the opening toss and deferred, and it was the second quarter before they got the football after that. It was an impressive 11-minute and 16-second drive. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, 11-minute and 16-second drive for JPG. The Guardians were guarding the ball the entire first quarter, and it jumped out to a 14-0 lead on there before you knew what was going on after that. Nick, your thoughts on that first part of it?
Yeah, I mean, once again, we had one possession in the first quarter, and then the fireworks started in the second quarter. One big play away from ACS getting right back into this at 22-8, and see what kind of halftime adjustments both ball clubs made, and look forward to seeing the second half. We do see that ACS, and they went ahead and put the two up backs. They put them around the 45-yard line this time,
which is about 10 yards past the initial front line, because they're kicking off from the 25, and that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that was issued on Lormond. Riley Lormond took his helmet off on that last play when he fumbled and kicked the helmet, and they flagged him for unsportsmanlike conduct.
So does he?
That is his first one. Second one would be an ejection. That is a sky kick to the 45-yard line, gathered in, and taken there by ACS's Malachi Kuhn, and that is tremendous field position to start things off, and Nick, an opportunity to get yourself right back in this thing here.
For sure. Noah Hinskins comes up and makes a big play, and oh, that was a tee. I thought that there was another flag that was thrown, but that was an orange tee that was thrown off the side here. So yeah, big starting position here for ACS, and like I said, they get a big play here and make it 22-16, and this game gets very interesting. Well,
but Nick,
JPG will keep the ball.
Their only touchdown was that long 97-yard return.
Right.
So I don't know that they have much offense so far. Snap is back there, handoff up the middle, and just a couple of yards picked up on that. It'll be second down and 8.
Yeah, 2-yard gain there by Caleb Broussard. The handoff there from from Johnson, Silas Johnson, and
He told me, and I said, no problem.
2nd down and 8.
Clock off and going. Of course, big thanks and shout out to the Explore Alexandria Pineville and what they do for this area. Of course, the city of Pineville doing big work with it. We are 446 Sports and delighted to be here with you along the way. 2nd down and 9. You're home for ACEL state championships. It's 446 Sports. Snap is there. First man through gets it, but I'm telling you, 72 doing big work there, Nick, and that is, as I get him, Dominic Kramer.
Yep, Dominic Kramer there. Big stop there. I think Johnson's wishing he would have kept that one because the pitch man coming around 22 was wide open, Brent Henry.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 8, and they split a man. No, they're going to take him out. I was like, boy, they're splitting Joshua Michelle out wide. 24 and 23 and 22 now on the play clock as it continues to wind down. 8 and 33 to go here. 4-down territory without a doubt as they trail by 2 scores here in the state championship, and you're not trying to play close in this when you're out here trying to win it. Motion comes around behind like the old USFL days. Going after it all. Got a man banging around, and well, that almost fell right on him too. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, he had a step on him initially, but then Matthew Guidry with the PBU there to come back and make the play.
Looked like that was
intended for Lane Parks from Johnson.
Oh, you get the penalty, get the ball started on your 40-yard line, and you have gained 2 yards now and through 3 plays. That's been the characteristic of this JPG team, has been that defense. Now, they set their offense up to score some points, too, and with Shapanche back there at quarterback and Lorman and those guys, you do it. But a lot of those guys are on this side of the ball and playing defense so solid. 4th down and 8 from the 38-yard line. Line to gain is the 30.
And they're going to go for it here, 4th down.
Snap is back there. Got a man going down the middle.
He's got time. And that ball.
Boy, has to adjust to it. And I'm going to tell you, Lorman did such a good job of just getting in the way of that one, Nick.
Yeah, that was one of those things to where he couldn't throw it and he couldn't lead him because Lorman had the coverage, so he tried to get him to do back shoulder and come across, and unfortunately for JPG, he wasn't able to adjust to it. So 1st down for JPG, and Doug.
1st down, and they're in their 18-minute offense here.
Very much so.
Look, and what kept that drive so long was the tackling of the Lions.
And 1st and 10 at the 37.
Snap is back there off to the left side, and again, if Lormond is off to the races there, but that's good tackling. Now it'll be 1st down again.
Yeah, Joshua Michelle, I was going to say they had a 6-man front there with just 2 linebackers, Doug, and that, you know, when you have that can open you up for a big play.
And you see that a lot of times on short yardage situations where they're stacking the box and they get through that initial surge and off to the house they go.
So we see the first adjustment from ACS on the defensive side. So let's see if JPG does a play action here. Instead,
it is going to be Shapanche just kind of student body left there as he goes in and does pick up the 1st down.
And that's going to be enough to pick up the first for the JPG.
Big work there. Looks like Brent Henry coming around to make the tackle there.
And Shapanche just puts him on his shoulder, the junior quarterback for this team. Part of that big one last year, of course, and here this year. And this is kind of the process that they went into on that first drive, where Shapanche will come all the way over to the near side, take it, get back onto the field with 15 seconds or so. They run up to the line of scrimmage, they sprint there, and then snap it within a second or two. Hurriedly to the line on 1st down and 10 they go. Snap is there. Lorman's got it again, and he's off to the races. 40 now 30. Going to be drugged down from behind.
Yeah, big little jump step there at the line of scrimmage to come back to his right. And now when he was brought down, looks like that was actually Olivier that tracked him down from behind. So, and Doug, that's gonna, I mean, you're looking at 40-second play clock times four downs. That's 160. So, I mean, that's
Yeah,
2 minutes and 40 seconds that you can burn off the clock here.
And again, just choking down that clock. It's like an MMA fighter now. They just got you, and they're just choking you out.
Yeah.
Not choking the spirit of Superfan, though. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah.
She does a great job down there.
Yeah.
Hurriedly back to the line of scrimmage they go, just outside the red zone. That's Lormond off to the far side, and he is going to be brought down after a pickup of 5, second down and 5.
Yeah, he follows his number 74, who was lead blocking for him there, who is Luke Kramer, and then also number 22 is the other running back, who is Luke Salvatierra, and you know, and just following right behind him, and then once again another 6-yard gain for the JPG.
Again, Chapanche still on the sideline there. Barrett Richard is head coach. And hustling back out with 14 and 13. He gets his sprints in as he hustles out with about 10 seconds to go. They'll hurry to the line, snap it again. So that from coming from the sideline to snapping the ball took them 4 seconds, 6 seconds. Oh, you got an injury there. And no, he's up and going, so that's good to see.
Yeah, it looks like Chapanche stepped on the back of his heel.
And we're a little bit concerned the way he went down, but is up and is good to go.
He does get the first down, so it's going to be first and goal from the 9 or
first
9
down
and a half.
And goal to go from the 9-yard line.
At the 9-yard line, that's first and goal for the Guardians.
They've been in there before, and this is where you see them starting to flex that muscle. And again, had it not been for that big 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, you would think that this, but I don't know how many offensive yards that ACS has even. That's Lorman, cuts it back to the inside, spun around and into the end zone. That is going to be a Riley Lorman touchdown.
Yeah, 9-yard gain there off the left side, just power left, a nice little sweep, old school football that I used to play 30 years ago, and it still works these days, Doug.
It's right up your alley, isn't it? I thought you might like that.
Yeah. Lorman comes off, and he's replaced by Luke Salvatierra. Tierra, excuse me.
4:22 left to take away quarter number 3. After tonight's game, awards and celebrations, we'll move into some season recognitions, including your All-State team. Here we go.
A sweep to the near side, and Chapanche is going to take it himself into the end zone. He will get the 2-point conversion, and it is good. 30 now to 8.
Nice little front flip there after it was not necessarily a celebration, but I got tripped up and caught himself that way. Doug, there was Toronto took a 3-0 lead on Shohei Ohtani on a 3-run bomb.
I saw that, yeah. Early action off of Ohtani, and I mean, he's done everything in there. You can see why they were zoned in for him, but just one of those. I don't even think generational does justice to the athlete that Shohei Ohtani is.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. I mean, that's little league numbers that
right.
he had in this postseason. At one point, he was 7 for 7, and they had to start walking him. But you know, I mean, they would walk him with a runner on, but it does look like the Dodgers brought one back. It's 3-1 in the top of the 4th.
Look, anything can happen out there in this one. It is Game 7. Sky kick is there, coming back for it together, and then bouncing around, and JPG falls on it, and it is going to be Guardian football, Nick, and that is going to. That's how you start to see these big advantages. Let's look at it again on our board.
Yeah, Matthew Guidry with recovery.
You see it bounce right off of Malachi, and out of the 42-yard line is where it will be. And goodness gracious.
25. I like the way you jive.
I'm going to tell you, I really hate that we didn't have an MVP. Off to the left side, an MVP award for our super fan down there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Lorman there for another 4-yard gain.
2nd down and 6. And the difference between one of these drives and that first one that went the entirety of the game is that I think that the Lions are getting worn down, and they're seeing that scoreboard, and they're seeing a 30-8 deficit, and, man, that's tough. There goes the old 8:21 behind us.
You caught me.
That's right. 2nd down and 6. False start, it looks like, or motion. Yeah, they'll bring that, make it 2nd down and 11.
First penalty of second half for JPG. That is. Is there a 9th penalty tonight, Doug? That would be a quiz question. So
okay.
the foul, the personal foul of Lorman happened in the first half, but is assessed to the second half.
Correct.
First half penalty or second half penalty?
Second half penalty.
All right. So that is their 2nd penalty of the second half. Clarification.
To the near side goes. Shabonche tries to hurdle, but had a couple of guys there, and that was pretty good job tackling there by number 8 for ACS, Joshua Michelle.
Yeah, and Lane Parks forced him to go inside. Good containment there, forced him into Michelle, and he brought him down. So man, this is first time I think, Doug, that they've been. There wasn't I'm sorry. He still had a 3-yard gain there. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Well, they're behind the sticks now. 3rd down and 11 following the penalty. Snap is back. Lorman's got it off to the far side. There's going to be a hold, and that one will come back. Hold whistled by the back judge. They will back up. Don't play up northeast. They'll roast you on the jumbotron. That's for sure. We'll see what they officially mark it from.
It's like they're asking if he may decline it to make it 3rd and 11.
Well, no, but if you decline it, the play is a result up there at the front, and it would have made it, I don't know, he got out 7 or 8 yards out there, so it would move it up.
Is it against, it must be against ACS, though.
Yeah, because they're coming over here, and you don't often see one. They're taking it at the end of the run, it looks like. So we'll wait and get a little clarification on that. Again, we are the home for the ACEL state championships. Had volleyball a weekend ago. Now here, we'll put our gear up until co-ed soccer rolls around. There's a look inside. It is a holding on the defense. Yeah. And so
they accept the penalty.
From the end of the run.
No, it looks like they accept it from the spot of the foul, which makes it 3rd and short.
Yeah, 3rd down and not much.
So that was the question. The penalty would or the end of the run was not a 1st down. So
little misdirection. Longman's got that, and he's going to be off the far side, and it'll be 1st down and 10 now.
Yeah, he lunges that ball out. He reaches that ball out every one of those plays, and gets that extra half yard usually.
1st down and 10 from the 26 is where it'll be. Again, big thanks out to our Tioga basketball team manning the concession stand down there. Did a great job. Doing a great job. If you're watching from the stands, we remind you to head down there and grab you something to snack on. 1st down and 10, 26-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle.
No surprise there. The Guardians move it well. Pick up about another 5 or 6.
Yeah, 22 Brett Henry brings Lorman down after the 6-yard gain.
He's one that had that big run, didn't he?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Things kind of quiet out there in this one. Not near the game that we had last year in this championship, but still a little bit of football to go in this one as we wind down the third quarter. JPG, the Guardians, looking for their 4th straight state championship in ACEL 8-man football, pickup of 3, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, Matthew Guidry on the carry there. Gave Lorman a break, and now Lorman's back in.
There by Guidry. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Guardians.
1:15 on the clock. You see it there on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard as it counts down, 3rd down and 1. And it's just a quarterback dive.
Daniel Shapanche keeps it.
And it'll be 1st down and 10. Shapanche there on the carry.
Yeah, 4 yards on the carry there by Shapanche. 22 comes off, who is Luke Salvatierra. Takes a seat on the bench.
They've got 30 seconds on the play clock, so they do have to snap the ball one more time. But seems like they've got it every time at the end of a quarter. Shapanche will make his way back out onto the field as we're winding things down here in the third. Will be the final play of the third quarter, barring a touchdown here. Shapanche off to the right side.
Yeah, Doug, I don't know if he went the wrong way or his backs went the wrong way, but
somebody did.
So that's going to probably bring us in the third quarter.
Yep, they'll bring everybody over here, and that will get us to the fourth quarter, and we are 10 minutes away from naming a state champion. We move to the fourth. We'll be back right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just get in tonight. As we move into the fourth quarter, if you're just joining us, a couple things to note. Following the end of play, we'll have an opportunity to honor the state championship runner-up as well as our state champions. And we'll be giving away the state championship game MVP award. That's brought to you by 446 Sports. Reminder that this game not only broadcasts live on their YouTube channel, but it is archived there. So if you want to go back and check out your favorite plays of the night, you can go to the 446 Sports YouTube channel, and you'll see an ACEL playlist. You can find the game there. Check them out. Following trophy presentations for tonight's efforts, we will meet the members of the 2025 8-man All-State team for ACEL. So stick around for a few moments. One more reminder, concessions are happening.
And we are back here starting the fourth quarter. And Nick, I don't think they can bleed this entire fourth quarter. Shapanche says, no, we're going to go ahead and get into the end zone right here. And Shapanche doing big things. Touchdown. Daniel Shapanche, touchdown, Guardians.
Yeah, 11-yard gain off the right side there for Shapanche. And,
the Guardians more committed to the run game tonight.
Makes it 36-8 with the 2-point conversion.
Finding success with it. 36-8.
36-8 in this one. 9:56 to go there. And, boy, that's what you like to see. Following the home run and some festivities, a little benches clearing brawl in Game 7 of the World Series. Toronto and the Dodgers exchanging pleasantries, if you will.
And they're going to line up for two.
Just more of a baseball benches clearing. That one is into the end zone. Shapanche continues to roll up big numbers, and he's got his Guardians poised for a fourth straight state championship, Nick.
Yeah, another power play, just sweep just off the right side there, and definitely taking its toll on this ACS defense.
Nick, if you were to get back into coaching, I think this would be a spot for you.
Yeah, definitely might.
This is right. This is some Nick Magnano football.
Yeah, no, and I'll tell you what, the school that my boys graduated from and your boys graduated from, this probably would have been something that would have been fun to be a part of.
Right. They even had some shirts made at one time, undefeated, still undefeated in football, they said. Not much to cheer about on the Lions side of it. A great season back in this championship game, but it has been all. That one bangs around, and that could be trouble too. They're going to fall on it, and the Lions will have it first down and 10 from the 33. But Nick, we saw a much closer game last game, but I mean this has been execution by the Guardians all night long.
Yeah, I mean whenever you keep the ball and keep the ball and keep the ball, and then the few possessions that ACS has had, they haven't been able to really get anything positive start on offense. The one touchdown come off the kickoff return right before half, and like you said earlier, with the field position coming, to start the second half, you thought they may have had a chance, and JPG just shut them down from there.
Bit of housekeeping for you too. The clock is running and will stay running throughout now that the 30-point lead has been attained.
Not much going there.
Yeah, Malachi Kuhn there with the carry for no gain.
So it will not stop tonight, as this should. Well, you hate to see that going on in this one. Great season by ACS, but the dynasty of this John Paul the Great Academy Guardian football team is continuing on. And don't forget, we will make our way down on the field and we'll name our MVP of this one. Tackle is made there, and now third down.
Yeah, Elliott Patrick there on the tackle.
There you go, Patrick.
Lane Parks with the carry, I think, on that one, Doug.
A couple of great candidates in this one. So you see it on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. And again, coming up following this, they will give away the state champion trophy, the runners-up trophy, name all the all-state players in there, the coach of the year. And in between there, we'll have our state championship game MVP whenever I can make my way down to the field from here. We'll do that. Offsides is going to be whistled, and that will make this third down and manageable now at third down and 3.
It's probably the only thing that they've really done wrong tonight, Doug, is that's their 9th penalty of the game.
And a timeout has been whistled, and so that is one of the only things that will stop the clock in this one. 38-8, the Guardians lead this one, and so volleyball last weekend, we named a JV champion, a Division II and a Division I champion in the girls' side, and then a boys varsity champion on there. So a lot of great volleyball. Big shout out to Pineville High School and Tioga High School. First volleyball game ever played on the new floor at Tioga High School was last weekend. So we appreciate the superintendent Jeff Powell and Mr. Arrington and Mr. Neal over at Pineville and all the work that they do to keep local sports important to people around the state, and certainly grateful for that. Big shout out to our cameraman real quick. We'll hang on to Chuck Perkins, who joins us back here. Nick Magnano's by my side. The snap is back.
And from the
shotgun it is. He'll step up. Here comes pressure. Got a chance to get to the corner. Out to the 40, now 35, and a big first down. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, it looks like a 23-yard gain there. Doug, I was going to say that I know Chuck was talking whenever they were redoing the court, talking about how they were putting in the places for the volleyball and the lines for the volleyball. So your Indians probably going to get volleyball soon.
Well, and I've got some news that I heard that I'll tell you about here in a second, too, regarding that. There's a big stop in the backfield. That is number 71. Goodness gracious, Maximus Stewart. Or is that Gunnar?
Yeah.
Gunnar, okay. Gunnar Roban.
Yeah,
was that they had the number switch and all that. So that was Gunnar that was on that. But you understand that the schools are in negotiations with Chuck to be the volleyball coach over there.
Okay.
Did you know that?
What
I
I'm
don't know that
talking
Chuck
about.
knew that. But, yeah.
Welcome back, Chuck.
Welcome back, Chuck. That's exactly right.
Glad my name's not Cotta.
That's right. Second down and 12. Lormond hustles off to the near side. Running some clock here. Snap is back on second down and 13. Going over top. Got a man wide open. It's complete there to the 5 and into the end zone. Beautiful pass and catch. That one is complete to Lane Abear. And right on the money.
A little out and up from Abear. Good protection from the line, and gave Salas some time to make the throw. Great throw. And a little excitement there for the ACS Lions.
Well, and we talked about that crowd not having a lot to cheer about, that you'll take that with you on this one without a doubt. Going for the two-point conversion here. They got there early, so that's the first offensive touchdown of the night for them. Be a good little highlight video that we'll put together following this, so stay tuned for it. Boy, twisted around and nobody was there to hand it to. It's like, you got and so.
Yeah, Jock Olivier. Jock Odney, excuse me. With the tackle there, and of course he also had the touchdown, earlier.
He did. Odney having himself a state championship to remember. Under 4 minutes now here in the final frame of this one, in a game that has been all JPG. Of course, you say, well, now the clock is under 30, but once it gets there, it will continue to roll.
Probably a little onside kick here for ACS.
We've seen a couple of different kicks from them too, Nick. They hustled to the line and kicked it fast, and they hustled up to it and they backed out of it. So we'll see what they have here. What is their third kick? Yeah.
They may not realize the clock's running. They need to line up.
Now they stop, back up. Using up a lot of time, but again, at this point, you're just staying into your offense and the way you work. They will roll up the onside kick.
Ooh!
Does not get to it. That was perfectly placed, but unable to grab that was Lane Parks.
Yeah, it looked like, it actually looked like Caleb Broussard, he was wise because he did not touch it. Yeah, here you see on your replay here.
Narrowly unsuccessful as Lane Parks.
Let's see.
Nearly grabbed it. And the Guardians.
And you see it go just out of bounds there. Good work on the camera. And the penalty is from the end of the run, or where the ball went out of bounds. So JPG will have it from the 49-yard line with 2:25 and counting, and I believe they can run this clock out.
Yes, for sure.
So congratulations to John Paul the Great Academy. The Guardians have another state championship. They'll have to wait till after that false start is.
It looks like he was in motion, Doug. That's what he's trying to tell the wing over there.
I think he ducked up a little bit, but yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah. That's what the coach is saying. Coach is like, no, that was motion, but
under 2 minutes with 38-14, you're not arguing it very long.
No,
you're just going to get on out of that. First down now in 15, just a little bit of record keeping to do in this one.
First down. And Shaponche is going to keep it.
Shaponche has that on his own, and he's going to go.
Able to hang on to the football despite every effort by the Lions to snatch it
very,
away,
very good
right at the
very
line of
good.
scrimmage.
Looks like a timeout, so they'll. Yeah, the
ACS
Lions.
is second of the half.
And, the Lions
And that
burn
comes
the
with a
timeout
minute
with
16
left
to
take
go
away.
in this one. Coming up after we make our way down the field, we'll have the announcement and we'll follow the post-game ceremony for you where they award the state championship trophy, the runner-up trophy, the all-state honors, and our 446 Sports MVP of this ball game. And we're blessed to be a part of this with the ACEL folks, again, keeping the ACEL Athletics family going. It has been it's been a lot of fun over the years that we've gotten closer and closer with these folks, and delighted to be here. We will see you back when co-ed soccer comes around. We'll have basketball around and baseball and softball as well. Tried to get Chuck to go out and cover the cross country this morning, but couldn't get his GoPro working. He was going to follow right behind him.
Third down for the Guardians.
Minute 11 to go as the clock rolls.
Wasn't the GoPro that couldn't get going?
It was the Chuck Pro.
Chuck Knob.
Chapanche again comes over here, and he's going to have to make just one more trip over here, and that's this one, because the next snap will come under the 40 seconds. So that should do it. And that's what he said.
ACS has one timeout left, so Doug, I wonder if they're going to call it and make them punt after this down.
We shall see. I would say it looked like they're going into victory formation, but it looks like everyone, and they do. They'll take a knee right there, gets it under 40 seconds, and that is going to be your ball game. John Paul the Great Academy, the Guardians go back to back to back to back. 4 straight state championships, and it has been a pleasure. Nick, I'll let you finish things up here. You see the water being dumped. I'm going to make my way down field side. He says, no, you're not dumping that. It's cold out here. It has been a pleasure. Nick's going to take us home here. We'll be back.
Yeah, Barrett Richard there, the coach, avoids the Gatorade bath there from JPG. And like I said, they're gonna announce the MVP. Doug will go down and give out the award. Nice plaque provided by BU Designs, a wooden plaque that's gonna be presented. Of course, obviously we'll have the presentation, the state championship runner-up, state championship trophy, our MVP, 446 MVP. Then they're gonna do the all-state honors for all of the 8-man football award winners for all state throughout the season. And had one of our Grace baseball players up here running the clock, and he's on his way down to join the officiating crew. So sorry for the pause there, but I want to thank Chuck Perkins for producing and being the third on the mic tonight. I appreciate him. I want to also thank our founder, Doug Gann. Thank Walter from ACEL, who is now the commissioner. This is his first year, and the great job he does for ACEL. What a great organization the Association of Christian Educators of Louisiana is. Go to their website if you're just joining us, or if you're joining us for the first time. Go to their website. You'll see, what these schools, what these associations, what these programs are involved with. As you see in the center of the field, right there, they're going to do a prayer, and that's a great thing for this group of young men and women, these high school age, junior high, high school age athletes, student athletes, support staff, these pep squads, everybody involved with the process. But once again, I encourage you to join, or to go look on their website and see what all they have. Their small schools, their homeschool associations. It's a very good organization. They play multiple sports throughout the year: football, cross country, volleyball in the fall. They play soccer. They play basketball. They also play baseball, softball. They have track and field in the springtime, and so multiple sports. High-level athletes. I do know they did go to 11v11 in soccer this past year. They used to play 9v9. It is co-ed. But once again, if you have any questions, or you want your school to be involved, or your association, your homeschool association to be involved with the process, go to acelathletics.com Once again, Doug is down on the field. Um, he will be presenting, and whenever he presents the award, Chuck will go to him with the camera. Once again, your final here, John Paul the Great Academy 38, Acadiana Christian School 14, and this is also the fourth year in a row that JPG, John Paul the Great Academy, has won the state championship in football. So once again, a beautiful night here at Toomey Ingram Stadium, or Toomey Ingram Field here at Tioga High School. We are adjacent to the junior high. The high school is, just a few hundred yards south of the football stadium here. Beautiful complex. They are also doing renovations here, so there will be some expansion of this complex. And like I said, your final tonight, 38-14. We're going to take a break. You see the coaches talking and acknowledging these young men and women, and I'm going to step away from the mic, and we'll come back whenever they're about to do the presentation of our 446 Sports Most Valuable Player of the Game. Did I miss something? And we're back here to the ACEL State Championship football game. We're going to turn it over here to the PA announcer here in just a second, so you'll hear him in the ambiance mic, and he'll be talking about the awards and all the presentation we have. Once again, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for joining us tonight, and here we go. We're going to turn it over to
ladies
the PA.
And gentlemen, we are moving into our trophy presentation tonight. We're going to start off by recognizing Our 2025 ACEL 8-man football state runner-up, the ACS Lions. And Walter Young, the Executive Director of ACEL Athletics, presenting the hardware to the coach there. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the Acadiana Christian School Lions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to congratulate and honor the 2025 8-man football state champions, the JPG Guardians. And ladies and gentlemen, again, we want to thank 446 Sports, one of the great partners of ACEL Athletics, and they're sponsoring our state championship game MVP for tonight. Stick around to hear that after the team photo here. If you got your phones out, get a pic yourself. There's your state champions one more time, the JPG Guardians. And now for that MVP announcement, of course, for the championship team, the Guardians, your game MVP, number 12, Daniel Chaponche, will be receiving that 446 Sports Game MVP award from Doug Gann. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, before we announce our All-State Awards for the season, give it up one more time for all the parents, coaches, and players out here tonight for the 2025 ACEL 8-man state title game. And as soon as we have the signal from Walter Young, we'll move into the All-State recipients. All righty, here we go. Your 2025 ACEL All-State football team. Offensive lineman, Jackson Olivier of Acadiana Christian School. Maximus Stewart of JPG. Pete Kramer of JPG. Linebackers. I'm moving too fast. Apologies, Walter. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Jackson, Maximus, and Peter, your offensive linemen for the 2025 All-State team. And now let's meet those All-State linebackers. Elijah Keith of Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletic Club. Benji Moore of First Baptist Christian School. Some of our athletes unable to be here tonight, of course, spread out all across the state. We'll continue on here. Defensive back, Gavin Francis of First Baptist Christian School. Nick Odenay of JPG here with us tonight. And defensive athlete of the year, that's going to be Nate Hill of First Baptist. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to the MVP. Excuse me, this is the quarterback position. As we move into offense. From Mid-State Homeschool, Hagen Marshall. And they're waving them out on the field. Give us one moment here. And there's Hagen making his way out onto the track. Good thing he runs faster when he's playing a football game. And now for running back, Riley Lorman of JPG, along with Benji Moore of First Baptist Christian. And not sure if Benji's here tonight. We'll move on into wide receiver, tight end positions for your All-State team. From ACES, Brent Henry. Congrats, Brent. Gavin Francis from First Baptist Christian School. And again from Mid-State Homeschool, Jacob Lysering. All righty. Your kicker, MVP, All-State kicker, Mid-State Homeschool Organization, Evan Soderberg. In our last category tonight, defensive lineman. From ACS, Jackson Olivier. JPG, Maximus Stewart. from JPG, Jacques Odenay. And now, our MVP for the 2025-2026 season from John Paul the Great Academy, Riley Longer. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time before we make one final announcement here for your All-State players, your state MVP player. Now, let's meet the ACEL 8-Man Football Coach of the Year. For the 2025-2026 season of Mid-State Homeschool Organization, it is Justin Marshall. Making his way down from the top of the bleachers. Embraces his son there, the quarterback of the year. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is on the track. One more time, give it up for Justin Marshall, our ACEL 8-Man Football Coach of the Year for the 25-26 season. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of tonight. We ask you one more time, as you exit, please police your trash, leave only your footprints here. And let's hear it one more time for the volunteers, parents, coaches, and players that make this 8-man ACEL football happen. Thank you to Walter Young, our executive director. And we will see you next year. Have a good night.